Hey guys, your fellow Gen Z Brit is back again, student, for another history lesson. As you can see, the glasses are coming on, so you know we're getting ready to learn. We're going to be checking out Napoleon in Italy, Battle of Bassano. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'm going to assume it's pronounced like that. This is episode 3 out of 5, but I think it's the 4th one in the Chronological Wars Epic History playlist. So you guys can see on the side here, I'm basically following this chronological order. And yeah, what a journey it's been so far. Napoleon has grown on me, you know. I originally thought he just wasn't competent. You know, I thought, what is Napoleon up to? Like, he doesn't know what he's doing. And he's been surprising me, obviously, because I know what I'm talking about here. And I love to just, you know, critique Napoleon's war strategies, because I feel like a lot of people give him so much praise. But in reality, if it was me, I could have done way better. So guys, look, we're going to be getting straight on into this one. And yep. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
An Epic History TV BMF Productions collaboration. In 1796, at the height of the French Revolutionary Wars, a young French general took charge of a ragged, demoralized army in northern Italy.
He did.
It was his first command. Many expected him to fail. Instead, in just 1 month, he won his first brilliant campaign. With astonishing self-confidence, boldness and energy, he led his army to victory after victory.
He did.
Transforming the war in Europe, winning praise from a grateful republic, and forging a legend. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte's first campaign, and the dawn of a new age.
Hey, Epic History be going crazy on the intros, man. It's just so cinematic. But let's see, let's check this out. Battle of Mantua, what?
August 1796. The war between France's infant republic and the coalition seems to be tipping in France's favor.
Okay.
In the Vendée, General Hoche has brought the 3-year royalist revolt to an end.
Ooh.
This appalling civil war has cost an estimated 165,000 lives and is the bloodiest chapter of the French Revolution.
Unneeded casualties dying here, man. Come on now, civil wars, man. We need to stop this.
And is the bloodiest chapter of the French Revolution. Bourbon Spain allies with France. They will combine forces against their common enemy, Great Britain.
Whoa!
In Germany, the armies of General Jourdan and General Moreau have crossed the Rhine and are advancing on Vienna. While in Italy, Napoleon's stunning victory at Castiglione has sent the Austrians scurrying back to the Tyrol.
Running, sprinting for their lives.
Napoleon can now resume his siege of Mantua, the key to Italy.
Ooh.
But he'll have to start over. The Austrians have used the interlude to drag away his heavy guns and demolish his siege works.
Okay.
In summer, the pestilential marshes that surround the city are lethal.
Ooh.
The Austrian garrison has been decimated by disease, mostly malaria.
Ooh, malaria. Yikes.
General Serrurier, commanding the French siege, also contracts the disease.
Ooh.
He returns to France to recover and is replaced by General Sauguet.
Sauguet.
Sickness and a shortage of equipment once more plague the French army in Italy. Even the heroic General Massena asks to be replaced, citing ill health and exhaustion. Napoleon...
Mate, just say you don't want to go out into war. You don't need to come up with excuses. Like, you're sick as well? Like, let's be real, mate. I know you're faking it.
...asks to be replaced, citing ill health and exhaustion.
Come on,
Napoleon rejects his request.
Of course you rejected Napoleon. Anyone can see that from a mile away.
Despite these problems...
We all know he was faking it. Come on, I could even see that from a mile away. I could see that. 100%.
Directory in Paris orders Napoleon to attack as part of a grand strategic offensive against Austria. He is to break through to Innsbruck, join forces with Moreau's Army of the Rhine, then together invade Austria and force Emperor Francis to sue for peace.
Sounds like an easy plan. It's very, very straightforward.
Napoleon faces an enemy of roughly equal size.
Oh.
So he plans to use speed and concentration of force to fall upon Austrian troops in the Adige Valley and clear the path northwards.
Okay.
His opponent, Austrian Field Marshal von Wurmser, is under immense pressure to relieve Mantua.
Right.
His staff believe that recent fighting has left the French army shattered and incapable of offensive operations. So the Austrians plan to make their own advance.
I'm guessing
rather than try to force his way past French troops in the Adige Valley, Wurmser will keep Davidovich in a defensive role, while he leads a wide outflanking march via the Brenta Valley and Bassano to reach Mantua from the east. There he will link up with its garrison. And when Napoleon comes south to face him, he will be caught between two Austrian armies.
Ooh. Foreshadowing right there.
This video is...
It's not looking good for Napoleon, foreshadowing wise.
Sponsored by...
Skip that, skip that, skip that, skip that, skip that, skip. Yeah,
sponsoring this video.
Shout out to the sponsor. I doubt if Bonaparte had command of Austrian forces, he would have contrived it better for his own purposes. He could have contrived it better for his own purposes. Colonel Graham, British observer of Austrian army. Okay, interesting quote. They doubt it.
The Austrians begin their advance on the 1st of September. French forces begin their advance the following day.
Okay.
Massena pushes up the Adige Valley, with Augereau taking a tougher, mountainous route on his right. General Vaubois marches around Lake Garda to join them, with one brigade crossing by boat. The forward Austrian outposts are driven in, and by the 4th, 3 French divisions are converging on Davidovich's heavily outnumbered force, near Rovereto.
Rovereto.
General Victor leads the main attack straight up the road, driving back the enemy centre.
Oh, these pictures, man.
Meanwhile, French light infantry swarm up the sides of the valley to outflank the enemy. It's a tactic the French will use again and again to force the Austrians out of strong positions in the narrow passes. The Austrians are driven up the valley towards Davidovich's main camp at Caliano.
Okay.
As Napoleon remarks, this position should have been impregnable. Sheer mountains either side of a valley floor that's just a few hundred yards wide.
Yeah, that's looking...
A small castle and wall add to the formidable natural defences. But its defense...
Yeah, it's saying to me thinking about, you know, just the general terrain of a lot of these landscapes. You know, these mountainous, hilly areas, very easy to defend, because you've got the leverage of latitude. You know, you've got the height to advantage, and they have to come at you from a uniform lower position, which is easy to take down. And, you know, you shoot 1 or 2 of them down, you know, their bodies start rolling over, and, you know, it's like a domino effect. One starts rolling down the hill, and the others will follow in suit. So you not only do you have the height on your side, but you have the rolling effect that you can use to your advantage. So obviously, I don't know how Napoleon's going to get past this one. It's looking actually quite extremely difficult, but we'll see how he pulls this one off, because he somehow finds a way, I'm guessing.
Add to the formidable natural defences. But its defence has been left to a single, shaken Austrian regiment, which is given no time to prepare. When the French hit them with speed and numbers, they give way. Massena's troops break through to the main Austrian camp, where soldiers, expecting a much longer respite, are preparing dinner. The arrival of the French sparks chaos and confusion. The Austrian escape route is immediately jammed with fleeing troops, wagons and guns. The French round up around 3,000 prisoners, alongside 25 guns and 7 standards.
3,000 is a lot of prisoners, man. These adverts.
Napoleon had thought...
Yo, like, relax with adverts, man. Like, it's not everyday adverts, man.
Napoleon had thought that he faced the whole Austrian army around Trento. But now, speaking with prisoners and locals, he learns that Wurmser and half his army have set off down the Brenta Valley. Destination unknown.
Oh, but we know
with
where
typical speed and decisiveness, Napoleon tears up the plan to join Moreau at Innsbruck and orders a pursuit. If he can catch and destroy Wurmser before he reaches safety, the war in Italy will be won.
Wow, that's a plan. On the 8th, I shall be at Bassano. If the enemy waits for me, there will be a battle which will decide the fate of the whole country. Napoleon to the Directory. Yeah, this is serious.
When Wurmser receives news of the fiasco at Caliano, his troops are already strung out along the Brenta Valley, with his vanguard approaching Vicenza. There is nothing to gain by turning back. He orders Davidovich to hold the passes north, assuming they are Napoleon's objective, and pushes on to Mantua. But Napoleon is not going north. He orders Vaubois to pursue Davidovich and keep him blocked in, while Augereau's division leads the rest of the army down the narrow, funnel-like Brenta Valley in pursuit of the Austrians. The army of Italy is brimming with confidence and momentum, and marches much faster than the Austrians. A small force at Levico offers token resistance before it's bundled down the Brenta Valley.
Oh, that's a chase.
The next day, French light infantry rout a 3,000-strong Austrian rearguard at Primulano, taking most of them prisoner. Wurmser decides to make another stand at Bassano, where the valley opens into flat plains.
Yo, why has Bonaparte always got the sprinters on, man? He's always got his running boots on. Like, how is he so fast? Are his horses just trained for sprinting like that? Like, compared to everyone else's? Because he's always chasing people. He's always chasing them. He's catching up to them every time. Like, yo, what do they feed them horses, man?
Oh, where the valley opens into flat plains.
Crazy.
With Colonel Lannes leading the charge, the Austrians are driven back, then chased into town by Murat's cavalry. Amid panic, chaos and blocked roads, the French take another 2,000 prisoners, including an Austrian general and 30 guns.
Austrian general as well.
Wurmser is in disarray, down to 12,000 men, outnumbered 2 to 1, with part of his force retreating in the wrong direction towards Trieste. His only hope is to reach Mantua. The two armies are in a foot race, but for the first time in the campaign, Austrian soldiers outmarch their exhausted French counterparts.
Wow, this is what I'm saying, like, yo, you know, because Wurmser, is that his name, yeah? Bro, you've been getting chased down from this beginning, man. You've been getting chased down. You've been put on the sprints. Bonaparte has been on your back this whole time. And it's about time, you know, you start, you know, picking up the speed. Bonaparte's letting you off this time, man. Let's continue. About time, man. I'm kind of rooting for him.
Leaves a small gap.
I can't lie, I'm kind of rooting for the Austrian, the Wurmser, you know. I'm kind of rooting for him. Bonaparte is just like, he's just too overpowered right now. He's too much is going his way. Like, I'm kind of rooting for the Austrians.
At the fortress of Legnago to slow Augereau's pursuit. Forging ahead, Massena manages to block the Austrians' path at Cherea.
Oh no.
But General Ott makes a determined attack and clears the road, taking 700 French prisoners and 7 guns.
Wow.
It is a rare defeat for Massena.
Wow, Massena got sent to the
With the help of a local informant, Wurmser then finds an intact, unguarded bridge across the Tiorne River.
Wow.
And reaches the outskirts of Mantua on the 13th of September.
This is looking tense. But what's going on over here, though? to Austria. That's not looking good over there.
Army has been saved from destruction by the skin of its teeth.
Yeah, that's a clutch. Wurmser was this close, you know. What soldier could fail to admire the gallant old Wurmser, never depressed by defeat, who, having been hunted from the Brenta to Mantua, now stood in front of the garrison, determined to cut his way back. See, I like that. He's got that resilience. You need that. We could do
Napoleon
like
has failed to prevent Wurmser reaching Mantua.
Yeah, I really thought.
But he knows that if he can bottle him up inside the city, it will put intolerable strain on its supplies.
Right.
For that reason, Wurmser wants to keep his army outside the city walls, free to maneuver, and, crucially, forage for supplies in the surrounding country.
Kind of looking a bit desperate for him
The next morning, as Augereau accepts the surrender of the Austrian garrison at Legnago,
See, they're gone.
Massena tries a surprise attack at Due Castelli.
Oh. Yeah, Massena trying to get his revenge right now because he had a little bit of an L that he took beforehand. But I don't blame him. Ego's a bit bruised. He said, no, I'm not having that. And something tells me that it's not going to go well for Massena, though. Maybe you should have just waited a bit, you know.
Tries a surprise attack at Due Castelli. But it's overambitious. His men have not had time to recover from their long march, and the Austrians fight bravely. The following day...
No, but you guys see what I'm saying? I know these things, man. I can just tell. Look, I might not have been born during these times. I might not even understand it to the level I need to. But what I can say is that I know just how these things go, man. I know. We could all see that. You guys could see it. I could see it from a mile away. That Massena, bro, your ego was bruised. That's why you was trying to do all of that. And you should have just calmed down a bit. You know, you was doing too much.
Austrians fight bravely. The following day, Napoleon launches a much larger, coordinated attack.
Now we go together. Now, I don't see how...
Sauge's division advances on the right.
It's not looking good
His
for the
troops are soon in heavy fighting with Hoth's brigade around the Villa La Favorita.
La Favorita.
Augereau's division, under temporary command of General Bonne, advances along the Mincio River, trying to turn the Austrian right flank. When Wurmser sends reserves from his centre to strengthen both flanks, Massena's concealed division launches its attack.
And Massena is
Victor
on
and
smoke.
Rampont lead the way with their veteran demi-brigades. Austrian cavalry hurl themselves at the French, but are beaten off.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Wurmser,
heavy fighting.
Look, I'm predicting Wurmser's done. He's done. He's not escaping this. He's going to get under siege. He's going to commit Sui, or Sui is, you know, I can't say it on YouTube. He's going to do that. He's either going to give up, commit Sui, or they're going to take him as a prisoner. One of the three. But it's done for him. You're not getting out of that.
Rages on the outskirts of Mantua for much of the afternoon.
It's done.
Finally, Wurmser's centre begins to crumble, and the French take San Giorgio.
Because he can't even run like
Much of the Austrian right wing is cut off. Many are forced to surrender, while others flee into the lake.
That's desperate, but I hear it though.
With the Austrian line shattered, Wurmser orders his men to fall back to the safety of Mantua's citadel.
Well, and isn't France behind? Like, it's not looking good, bro. So you've been running this whole time. Just accept your fate at this point.
The troops that were to have rescued Mantua are now trapped alongside its garrison. By early October, the French have cut off the city and resumed their siege. Conditions inside Mantua deteriorate rapidly.
See, they're sieging it now.
Disease, wounds and malnutrition kill on average nearly 100 Austrian soldiers every day for 6 weeks.
Oh, 6 weeks.
Civilians are reduced to eating
100 every day for 6 weeks. 100. So there's seven days in a week. Times that by 6, looking at 42. So we're talking about 4,200. 4,200. Yeah, crazy. crazy. That's a lot of troops,
rats and horses. Napoleon, meanwhile, returns to Milan, sending his aide-de-camp, Major Marmont, to Paris to present 22 captured Austrian standards to the Directory. But elsewhere, the war has not been going so well for France.
Really?
Archduke Charles, younger brother of the Emperor Francis, has defeated General Jourdan's army twice in 2 weeks.
Oh, letting the team
It
down.
and General Moreau's army of the Rhine are forced to retreat back to the frontier.
Yo, weren't they hating on Bonaparte as well? Like, you know, giving him the Italian battles and all of that and giving him troops that weren't really, you know, feeling the war competent like that. Napoleon's out here literally pulling wonders out of nowhere. And you're telling me their main other divisions can't even handle the prince? Like, what's going on over there? Maybe Napoleon needs to go over there and teach them how it's supposed to be done. Like, talk about Napoleon going from nobody thinking he's gonna do something to now carrying the whole French team. Like, that's crazy. Like,
these setbacks mean Napoleon will get very few of the reinforcements he's so urgently requested.
Oh, so that's gonna affect him.
He and his men are exhausted. Many of them are sick. They must contain an enormous and increasingly desperate garrison in Mantua.
Oh no, he's getting
with the certain knowledge that the Austrians will try again soon to save the city. And there are diplomatic concerns which also trouble Napoleon.
What's going on here?
In Rome, the Pope stirs animosity against the French, citing their treatment of the Catholic Church in the territories they administer.
What goes around comes around. Napoleon, what some of his troops were doing was crazy, raiding some of those churches like that. Like, yeah, that's so, I don't blame them.
These now include the Cispadane Republic, formed in part from the Duchy of Modena, which Napoleon has abolished for colluding with the enemy.
Oh.
There is also the lingering threat that Naples may rejoin the war at a critical moment to stab him in the back. So, to secure his southern flank, Napoleon concludes a comprehensive peace treaty with Naples without bothering to consult the Directory. It's actions like this that feed the whispers in Paris. This popular young general's ambition seems limitless.
Yeah, is he getting a bit
Might he
big-headed?
not one day prove a dangerous political player?
Oh.
But such talk will be moot if Napoleon fails in Italy.
Right, he can't fail.
That autumn, as Austrian troops march once more to the relief of Mantua, he will face his most skilled opponent yet, Feldzugmeister Joseph
That's a bad
Alvinzi,
boy name.
the first man to defeat Napoleon Bonaparte in battle.
Wow.
A big thank you to PMF
Especially after Napoleon has basically gone behind the Directory's back. Are we seeing Napoleon get a bit too big for his boots right now? Maybe get a bit too overconfident, overzealous, maybe a bit prideful because of the success he's had so far? Is that gonna be his downfall? Obviously, I guess not, because we still got quite a few more episodes to go. But look, it's looking like this next episode is going to be a big turn of events. I'm excited to get into this one. Guys, let me know what you thought about this episode, some of my thoughts. And again, always try to fill me in on maybe some of the stuff that I missed. Obviously, I know I got everything, though, because I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, guys, if you missed this point, comment on a green heart sign, know who my real ones are. And of course, I check out the playlist of all my reactions I've done so far. And of course, guys, I am trolling. Like, obviously this is all new to me, but I just thought, let me have a bit of fun with it. And yeah, like, I'm still trying to grasp the concepts of what's going on, but I'm doing it on a basic level. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying. But yeah, with that being said, I'm your boy JayFlex. This has been Napoleon in Italy, Battle of Bassano, 3 out of 5. And you guys have made this point. You guys have been absolutely wonderful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.